Still to come, there's news round in the Fire Razor, which is all after characters. This afternoon's Heartbeat.
Morning, Joe.
Morning, Tony. Just fixing these letters.
Well done.
Great.
Wish I had your luck with this crossword of mine. What can this be? You'll find the answer in scratch ear.
Scratch ear?
Scratch ear.
Don't know what that is.
I can't find this at all. Athletes get scratched. Don't know what it's got to do with ears, though. The answer you'll find in scratch ear. Hello again. Another Heartbeat, and I'm here with Joe and Margot, and a programme all about characters. And I thought we'd kick off with these characters. Pretty weird letters these are, especially up here, the big bungee ones, but there's a good reason for this, because I'm going to place them in a certain order so that the letters themselves actually make a character. So the characters spell their own character. He's got a full stop. Well, this one, duck, is not too difficult to interpret, I think. Goes pretty easily, doesn't it, into a little duck shape. Give him the right sort of tail. And the robin, well, I'm not quite so happy with the robin. I think that at home you ought to cut out some letters and see what you can do with them and do a little bit better than me. My robin seems to have a sort of duck bill to it, and his feet are a little weird, but at least it's a bird-like sort of creature. And we finish up with his tail, like that. And now for some more characters. This time, they're going to be figures. We can do some lovely things with these. 1, 2. Now, these figures are rather funny shapes, as the letters were, but there's a reason for this, as you'll very likely realise. Where have we got to? 3, 4. That's what I wanted. 5, 6. That's going over here. Anybody got any idea yet? 7. 7. Now you must have an idea now. 8, I think, is going to give the game away with that shape. 9. And last of all, 10, which we'll do in 2 parts. We'll take the 0, put it there. The 1 can either give him a longer tail, or else we can make this little character winking at us.
like this one. Very, very delicate, isn't it? I think, is it done in watercolour? It looks like it's done in watercolour.
Yes, it is.
Little seahorse.
You do like watercolours, don't
Yes.
you? Don't you find more and more of our young artists are using this sort of mosaic approach?
Tearing up paper.
Right,
Yeah.
you know, colour supplements and things, sort of mosaic.
Gosh, she's got quite wild hair, hasn't she?
Yes, but isn't there's subtle colour for you?
Yes.
Now that looks to me like
Computer.
computer art. Yes.
That's very bold, isn't it?
Have you watched them do this? You know, 5-year-olds are doing stuff like that. It's awfully good. This one, I think,
Beautiful.
is tremendous.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It's
And little
very,
bits of
very
flowers in the
clever.
trees. And that glitter on. Fantastic, isn't
Jolly
it?
good use of
Yeah.
corrugated card
Yeah.
too.
Happy Jack.
Yes, he certainly is. Splendid colours. Now, we were talking just now about so
Clowns.
many clowns.
Yes.
Always very popular.
I thought this was a clown when I saw it, but it's a scarecrow.
It's a Scottish scarecrow.
scarecrow.
Isn't it? Yes, very difficult to say.
Got a little curl over his hair.
Another excellent collection. Thanks for sending in your work.
It's Molly the Overcroft.
Oh, you haven't met this, have you?
No, I haven't.
She's very friendly, dear, don't worry.
Yeah.
No, she's
Quite
all right.
hairy, very
Mind your
friendly.
beak.
God.
Mind your beak. No, I expect you'd like that address again, wouldn't you? Here it is. Hartbeat, BBC Television, London, W36XZ. Come on, Molly, you
Shall we
come and
show
have a
her
look at
around?
some more. Yes,
Come on, Molly,
lots of
come
things
on.
for her to see.
Come on, this way.
Salam.
Tidy what?
Quod est demonstratum.
Got you, Prof. Bat means good. The square on the...
Cool, man. Oh.
He's a bit flighty.
No, I wouldn't say that.
A swirl.
Nostrovie.
Mologutina ma umfan.
Funny you should say that.
A few funny faces there. I've been cutting out some characters, and I thought from these characters it would be quite fun to make some signs. Now, it could be a sign of your name, or it could be a sign for your bedroom or your study, perhaps. I've cut out the letter T down here. T is one of the letters in my name, if you look at this. Now, that T is quite fun, and you could make up your whole name from flat letters like that, but I thought it would be more fun if I built these letters up. And the way to do that is you need some card. Now, just for the letter T, I needed 2 pieces of card, and you have to make folds in them like that, if you can see. And what you have to do is measure around your letter and see how many curves you need, how many bends. I'll just stick this together. Some double-sided here to hold it in place. You see how the tucks hold together? There we are. Another one there. Great. Now, that's fine. If we just position it in here, make sure you get it exactly in the right place. That's fine. Now look at that. That's looking much more three-dimensional. Can you see that? If I just turn that round. Now that's great. You've got one more strip here, this one here, which is made in exactly the same way. You just fold it again, like that. Another fold. There we go. Now let's just position that on here. There we go. Is that going to do it? Yes, there we go, that's right. Now, if you just look at the top, I'll just stick that bit down there. If you just look at the top bit there, I've got 2 tucks, which I'm just going to stick like that. Now that looks very three-dimensional. If you go back to your stencil over here, you can make good use of this one, because if I turn that round and put that like that, that works really well. And if I just get some masking tape here, just tear that bit off. You just use a bit of tape stick that on that side. There we are. Another piece of tape here, because you won't see this because, let me just stick that down. When I turn that round, how about that? And of course, you could shade all the areas if you want it to look a bit more three-dimensional. And if you get some really tricky letters, those are the ones with the curves in them, all you have to do is just cut a few more sections so that when you bend it round, the flaps will bend as well. Now, you could just stick with your initials if you thought it was a bit ambitious to go for your whole name, but I had a go at doing my whole name over here. Come and have a look at this. Now, I've changed the paper completely for this one. It's a sort of marbly paper because I thought the engraved letters would work really well with this sort of paper. And the actual letters that I've used, you could hand draw them, but if you find that maybe a bit difficult, you could perhaps go to a newspaper, get the big headline letters and copy them. And if you move along here, look, I'll show you. When you get to an M, for instance, it's slightly more tricky, but it all works in the same way. You've got bends of paper, and if you go over to the A, you've got a separate section in the A right in the middle, but it's the same thing, a piece at the top with folded pieces of card all the way around. And in my name, I found the word, look, go. And I built that one up, stood it out, so you can have lots of fun with your own name. And have a look at this. Using your angle poise lamp or some sort of lamp, you can make some amazing effects with this. Now, if you shine the lamp straight on, that's one effect. But if you change the angle completely, right at the side, look at that. Now, the go really stands out, and I've got one more thing to add. I think this is a great finishing touch. There you are, an exclamation mark.
Well, I say. Hey! Let me out of here!
The answer will be found in scratch here.
Yes.
I just don't know, Tony. I'll keep on working at it,
Yes,
okay?
do, Margot. Incidentally, Margot had a jolly good suggestion to make just now when she said use newspaper letters, big ones like this, to copy. That's fine. Something else you can do is to distort the letter. Where I've made that pink, you can see distortions. And down here, you can see the whole distortion, except that it isn't the whole distortion. That is over here, where there is a lovely letter, a real decorated one. And what my problem is to make that letter again, but on black using a metallic marker. The sensible thing to do is to make your letter on white paper, like that, pencil, pen, whatever you like. When you've got it right, put some chalk dust on the back, you remember, so that you can trace it onto the black. You can see perfectly well that it traces, but I'll just do this last little bit so that you can see that it does so. And round there, and those bits, is that it? Yes, it is. Comes out beautifully. Now we can dispense with that. Take up our metallic marker. These are tremendous fun, aren't they? And simply go over the white lines. These are the sort of letters, initial letters, that the old monks used to use on their manuscripts. They didn't have markers there. Tell you what would be rather nice, because they not only used metal colours like gold and silver, but most beautiful colours as well on their initial letters. So if you wanted to, and if you were using this sort of marker ink on a black background, something you could do is to use poster paint with a lovely colour, because it would go on the black. It'd show up very well indeed. There, that's nearly finished, that capital letter B. So now we'll go on to some calligraphy. Do you know what calligraphy is? Well, it's handwriting, really. And for that, I'm going to use this marker pen. It's a poster marker. Can you see that tip? It was bigger than that, but I've cut it down a little bit so that it can make shapes like that. Thin ones and thick ones. And we're going to make letters with that marker. So, here we go. Yes. Very similar to the sort of script that the monks would have used. They would have probably used quill pens. We'll have a look at a quill one day. A D coming in now with a beautiful swing round like that. Yes. Do you know what this word is going to be? Latin word. Uh-huh. Benedictus. There. And a blessing on us all, eh?
Well, we've seen Margot and Tony making characters, and recently I took some cardboard boxes, some materials and some paints along to Birchill Junior and Input School in Berkshire, where I was hoping to create some characters of my own. That wasn't quite what I expected. Hey, wait for me! I think they went this way. Hello? Was it you I saw outside in the cardboard boxes?
Yes.
Yeah, really? What are you doing?
We're making characters.
What are you making them out of?
Cardboard boxes.
What, these?
Yeah.
Oh, will you show me how to make one?
Yeah.
Come on, show me how to make one then. So what do I do?
Hole in the middle for your head.
Right, OK, I think this is about right, isn't it? Just about here. think that's about right now? Do you think it's big enough?
Yeah.
Right. Then what do I do?
Put some cuts and two
Sort of for
holes
arms.
on the
Oh, right. Right. So about here, do you think?
side. Yeah.
Okay. It's tough as cardboard, isn't it? Yeah, there's one arm. How about the other side then? Do you think this is all right for the arms, the armholes? Yeah? Okay, is that all right? Good, right. What do I do next then?
Decorate it.
Decorate. What kind of character am I going to be? Come on, suggest something.
Which?
Witch. That's a good one. Shall I be a witch?
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. I'll be a witch then. Great, let's get going then. Everyone finished?
Yes.
Let's go and change into them.
You really enjoyed that, didn't you?
It was really good fun.
So did they.
Great.
And the wonderful costumes, all of them. Really tremendous, I thought. Well, that's all we have time for.
Well done, Tony. I see you worked out the crossword clue. The answer was characters.
Oh, of course.
Characters.
Yes.
It was an anagram, but I didn't work
You
that
didn't
out.
do it.
I
must
didn't
have
work it out either. No, no. Oh.
Just
I can think of a good one there.
where?
Brilliant.